Hey guys, it's Zumpr here, back with another channel update. Of the past 3 videos I've uploaded, 2 of them have been channel updates. Talk about video upload consistency. But no, this update is, I think it's kind of similar to the last one, but in this update I wanted to talk more about, hopefully from this update I can go straight into making more videos instead of making an update, making a video, making an update. But I wanted to, I don't know, there's been a lot of stuff on my mind ever since I uploaded the Fun with Friends, and just thinking about where the channel is at right now. I've had some ideas, and I hope to implement them. And so, one of the main things I want to talk about is making more loosely based N64 content. Now, it's worded a little weird, but I'm still making N64 content, but it's more loose system-wise, if that makes sense. You know, I have this thing that I've deemed the Zumpr formula, where you have a playthrough, and then you do the multiplayer portion of the game, and then you do highlights of the playthrough, and then you do a review, and then a discussion. And in the discussion, you choose the next game. And then you do that playthrough, Fun with Friends. And it just kind of goes on. And then the game kind of goes like back and forth. And it seemed like a pretty foolproof formula. Seemed pretty effective, you know. I would start off with the playthrough, bulk record all those episodes, which I've only done. The only time I actually fully bulk recorded all of the episodes for a playthrough was last year's Diddy Kong Racing Month and Pilot Wing 64. Those are the 2 times I basically bulk recorded the entire series, where I'd record 3 videos like a night or whatever, or 3 videos, not per day, but like I'd make 3 videos at once or whatever. And then on like Pokemon Snap, I really didn't. NASCAR 99, I think the most I did was 3. Usually it was like, and that was for the finale or whatever. Usually it was like 2 or 1. And then on Miss I guess on Miss Pac-Man I kind of bulk recorded. I did kind of schedule the uploads, but either way, the purpose was, yeah, playthrough, bulk record. While those videos are scheduled and they're uploading, like, you get 2 playthrough episodes a week, 3, I don't know, it depends on how many playthrough episodes. I'm making Fun with Friends, and I'm making highlights of the playthrough. So whenever the schedule comes up, you know, I upload the Fun with Friends while the playthrough's going up, or I upload the Fun with Friends, like, 1 at the beginning of the week, 1 at the end of the week. If there's 2, if there's 1, I just upload 1, and then I get out the highlights video. And then the highlights video would take a while, but then when I get all that done and it's all scheduled, I start working on the review. Maybe I'm even working on the review while the playthrough's still going. And then I do in my opinion, the more well-edited videos, the more refined videos are the reviews. Whereas I still think that the Fun with Friends, recent Fun with Friends and recent reviews aren't about the same editing scale. Fun with Friends are more comedic, or to the comedic effect, whereas reviews are more serious. I mean, it's N64, it can be serious, but it's old games, very colorful. It's hard to be serious. But it has a more professional take on it, I guess you could say. And then there's discussion, which is usually unedited, and it's just me talking about what happened. And then you got updates, which is not part of the Zumpr formula, but it's just part of, I guess, being a video creator formula. The algorithm of Zumpr or whatever, I don't know. But, I thought that was such a foolproof strategy. The moral of the story is, I've completed 3.5 games in 1.5 years. And that's not due to me being, also, this isn't full-time, so, I mean, obviously the videos make sense that I can't do that consistently, but I feel like as I've been looking back, I see that, you know, like for example the NASCAR 99 playthrough, as much as, like I said, as foolproof as this formula seems on paper, really didn't work in execution. Not that I executed it badly, but it was just, most of the times it was just timed wrong. Like, I will say, Pilot Wing 64, very effective. Pokemon, like if I had to go back on each one and a little summary, Pilot Wing 64, I think that was like, if you want to see the essence of the Zumpr formula, Pilot Wing 64, that entire game, from the playthrough to the Fun with Friends, it had the kind of the right corny editing on the Fun with Friends. The highlights were good. Really it added editing to the playthrough. Really summed up the playthrough. Review, I have to say, it's so solid. And then so on and so forth. And the discussion was good, led very well into Pokemon Snap. That was such raw, good Zumpr stuff. And then Pokemon Snap comes along, summer. I uploaded, well, I made the playthroughs like once a day. So it wasn't super bulk recording, which I had a problem with because when it came review time, I forgot what the game was like because it wasn't like me playing through the game. Like I guess I wasn't fully immersed or something. I don't really know. Maybe I remember that was the first time I'd ever done a layout, so I may have been more worried about the layout and the editing than I was the actual game. But I really wasn't, after coming off of Pac-Man 64, I really wasn't too impressed with Pokemon Snap. Then you go to NASCAR 99, fairly decent uploads, like schedule-wise, but then DKR Month comes around. So an entire month, no NASCAR. And then you get, after DKR Month, I'm like, oh, speedrunning is a thing. I'm speedrunning DKR more. I was actually doing that into August. I was speedrunning kind of around Pokemon Snap, NASCAR 99 time. Just doing like DKR speedruns. It was in between, I think, Pokemon Snap and NASCAR. And then NASCAR comes around, DKR Month. I'm making Diddy Kong videos. I thought that was a good playthrough. I basically did it all at once, uploaded it. I thought that was a very clean playthrough. And I feel like I spaced out last year's DKR Month very well. And then I started speedrunning for about January to February. It was like mainly speedrun streams on the channel. And then March kind of started seeping back in, but there were still some streams. It was like merging from streams to NASCAR. I guess that was over here. And so then I had to finish the NASCAR playthrough. I had done like 9 of the 11 episodes, so I got to make 2 more, or like 8 of the 11 or something like that. And then after that, there was I did the review and all that stuff. And then into the summer, I really didn't make that many videos. I streamed some Mario Kart Wii, did some more speedrun stuff, and I had started Miss Pac-Man, but then I stopped. I was busy over the summer, all that stuff. And then, now I'm still on Pac-Man. I finished the main playthrough. And that was something I was going to talk about. I had those Time Attack and Mesmeralda Key videos, and then we'd finish out that and hopefully go into DKR Month or whatever. But, it took me a year and a half just to play 4 games. You see, and I get it, they're full-time YouTubers or whatever, but you see them going through, like Completionist goes through a game every Friday. Now, that's what he devotes his life to, so, you got to give it to him, but, I don't know, I thought that the Zumpr formula, it's such a good formula, but it's not good as a channel formula. And I think another flaw that I've had on the channel so far is, my idea was, I see all these other channels, and they played like Mario and Banjo and all these good games at the beginning of their channel. And now they're kind of running out of, and like for example, when I was first watching Freezax or whatever, I saw he did like Mario versus Banjo, Mario Kart versus Diddy Kong, all this stuff, and like Diddy Kong Racing and stuff, and I was like, well, he's going to run out of good games to go against, and then he's going to start reviewing bad games. Well, so when I made my channel, I was like, you know what, I'll start with maybe some good games, some decent medium games, and then I'll do a couple bad games, and then I'll do a good game, and a couple bad games, and a good game. Well, that's a good strategy if you already have subscribers, but if you have like 0 subscribers, it's not good to start off. Pac-Man 64 was a good game. It's one of my better series. I look back on Pac-Man 64 series if I need motivation or whatever. That was pure Zumpr, personality, quality, whatever. I think that's the best one I've had so far. It was the first one, so it makes sense. But what was the same? But then from Pac-Man 64 went to Pokemon Snap. By most people's standards, it's a better game than Pac-Man 64. So I had some pretty good games. Then I went to NASCAR, sports game, wow. And I missed Pac-Man. Nobody knows Miss Pac-Man, let's be honest. But I messed up because I should have been going over Mario 64. And while I wouldn't take back Pilot Wings, maybe Pilot Wings and then the bigger games. Because you play the more popular games to get to pop up in recommendeds and to have people find out about you. And then they get used to your personality, and then you go over the bad games. Because I see very highly subscribed Nintendo YouTubers that I watch, and they make videos, like, more professional-based videos for really weird games. And, like, just for another example, Nathaniel Bandy recently made a video about Hamster Ball. It's some PC game. But because I enjoy Nathaniel Bandy's personality, I'm able to watch the video and enjoy it the same way he enjoyed it. And so basically the point that I'm getting to is that I'm not throwing out the Zumpr formula, but I'm going to make, like I said, more loosely based N64 content. It's not going to be, from now on, after the Miss Pac-Man, it shouldn't be playthrough, fun with friends, highlights, review, discussion, repeat. It's going to be more of, if I have friends over, I'm gonna make a fun with friends. I may upload 5 fun with friends in a row, just because, you know, we've been having a lot of fun with Mario Kart 64, doing the shortcuts, so much fun or whatever. Or Conquer, it's been a blast. I'm gonna make a lot of Conquer content because that's what I've been enjoying on the N64. Or I might make a lot of speedrunning tricks. Like I remember DK64, that crazy Mad Jack glitch. I had been playing with DK64 so much, I could have made so many videos, but I didn't want to because it was Miss Pac-Man time or whatever. And so I feel like that idea or that like mindset of like, oh, I can't make other N64 related videos because I'm on a certain, I have to devote it to this game. It's kind of hindered me. Like I've been kind of, I don't know, dreading making the Time Attack and Mesmeralda Key videos. And honestly, when I thought of this idea, I canceled them. Like, just a heads up, I'm not making the Miss Pac-Man Time Attack and the Miss Pac-Man Mesmeralda Key videos because it'd be a 20 to 40 minute video that I would have to cut all together and edit and stuff. And then about 5 to 10 people would watch it. And not that it's a lot of demand, or it's a lot of work with little reward, if that makes sense. And I'm not only doing it for the reward, but if I'm gonna make a 20 to 40 minute long video that I invest time in, I want to do it on the Fun with Friends, where it's funny moments. I can make funny little montages, funny edits, and you guys enjoy them. I enjoy it, and it's content that is mutually happy and it's just mutually good. And I don't think I could find that with the Mesmeralda Key and Time Attack videos. So I decided to swipe those off the board. So the future upload schedule for now is going to be like, I have one more Fun with Friends that I haven't even touched, but I need to get that done. It's a Mario Kart 64 one. And then I'm going to make the highlights and the review of Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. And then if I have any time left over, I'm just going to make, like I said, random videos. Like I had a list. I was thinking, you know, there could be a random review out of nowhere. And I kind of like it when my content is more spaced out like that. Like, you know, I can make Fun with Friends. You know, what I was thinking is, yeah, I can make a lot of my content will probably be Fun with Friends because I usually do tend to get together with friends a lot. So I like maybe making a Smash Bros video. Just making Fun with Friends. I've already started doing that a little bit, but making Fun with Friends videos outside of that game, which technically there won't really be except for DKR Month, there won't be like a specific game for a time on the channel. And so yeah, like Fun with Friends, random reviews, and also I would still be down to do playthroughs, like maybe do a playthrough and then have highlights just for that playthrough or whatever, and then maybe speedrunning videos. Like I'm down to stream too. I've been kind of busy. Fall is usually a pretty busy season for me, but once it gets into winter and spring and summer and stuff, I'm down to stream. I love speedrunning. Like speedrunning was a lot of fun, and it was fun to, as aggravating as it could be to try and improve your times and you make a dumb mistake and have to reset or whatever. Making streams, speedrun, that's so much fun. Or maybe what I've wanted to do recently is like shortcut compilations. So if I'm making a lot of Mario Kart 64 Fun with Friends, I could upload like a video about all the shortcuts that we do or that I execute or whatever to make it easier, or cool tricks and glitches and all this stuff. And like the videos like that, I would enjoy so much more because it's stuff that I enjoy on the N64, and I'm not restricted to one game for 1 to 3 months. I don't have to just play NASCAR. I don't have to just play Pilot Wings or something. And now don't think that I'll never do this again. I may pull out, like, I don't know, for Conquer, whenever I do like the Conquer playthrough, I may play through the game, and I may have more Fun with Friends or whatever. Now I will say it might be harder to do that because I may have had past Fun with Friends, so we may have already played it a lot and been like, oh, this. But then we'll know more. We'll know what more. We get more testing time on the game. But yeah, so expect less after Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. There will be DKR Month, then the top 10 N64 games 2018, and then just expect kind of sporadic N64 content. If I can't meet up with a lot of friends, I might do speedrunning stuff. I might just do another playthrough, but it probably won't be as. I mean, I might still ask for you guys as what games, but if I'm just feeling like playing a game, I'll just pop it in, get some footage, maybe commentary, and I might even do videos with bots. You know, that could be fun. Playing Conquer against the multiplayer, against the CPU or whatever, that's fun. And I'm also looking into maybe getting some more N64 games. I don't want to get too many at the moment, but like I'm kind of looking into Pokemon Stadium 2. I think that could be a fun game to add to the library. And just also, this just especially on the like on another point on the topic of speedrunning on the channel, it could be, I could see so many fun videos of like highlights of like PBs or whatever, or getting involved with you guys and doing like, seeing what your best time is and trying to beat it. I remember I was doing that with DKR a while back when I first started the Discord server. We would, which by the way, if you haven't joined the Discord, I added some new features, and I mean, if you want to, I'm totally down to just kind of get together and talk about like just doing stuff like that. Like me and I think there's this user Neptune and Cringy Frog. We all, this was like a couple months ago, we would post our time and then try and beat it, and then you'd screenshot it and post your time and then try and beat it or whatever, and that was fun. Or maybe like live streams or whatever. I don't know. There are so many games that I haven't played that I need to play with friends, by myself, and just put it on the channel because those are like Smash Bros. I haven't even touched Smash Bros. And that's such a fun game. And I've been so busy doing one game at a time or whatever, when in reality I should just be playing the games I enjoy, which usually are the better games on the console. But with like, along with my personality or whatever, like with commentary or with friends' personalities or whatever, like I think it's a much better channel approach instead of just like one game, DKR month next year, and then like 3 games a year when I could be playing 12 games a year or whatever. And so that's just my thoughts. I think it kind of messes up. There won't be as much of the Zumpr formula on the channel, but there will be hopefully the same amount of N64 content. And honestly, for as busy as I am, I think this will really help with me uploading content, because also another reason I haven't been uploading is Miss Pac. Like that's the main reason I really haven't been uploading, is because I'm not as like seeing how Miss Pac-Man was received, which on the channel, which isn't you guys' fault. It's just it's not a very popular game, and it's usually, I mean, it's not that interesting to watch. I bet it's not more interesting to play, but like seeing how that was received, I would rather spend my time making videos that I enjoy and you enjoy, and so it benefits both of us. And then yeah, I'm busy, so I don't have a lot of time to just make videos. So there would be no point in making those Time Attack Mesmeralda Key videos if they're really not, if you guys really don't care about it. So it's all good with me. I want to make sure that my channel is more focused on just what I enjoy. I mean, and I do enjoy playing through games and doing videos with friends and then reviewing them. But I think if I'm really into Conker and I really want to review Conker, I'll review Conker. And it's the same way. I'm still going to review it the same 5-point system or whatever. And hopefully, maybe doing this will implement some new. It was so like sectioned off with the old like Zumpr formula or whatever. Like there didn't leave a lot of room for like imagination or whatever. So hopefully this will inspire some new concepts on the channel, and it'll be like more fun or whatever. And another thing is I really enjoy editing, and so I want to make sure that I'm also challenging myself in editing instead of just making a bunch of playthrough episodes or whatever. So what to expect in future Zumpr in the near future is a fun with friends over Mario Kart 64, highlights for Miss Pac-Man, review for Miss Pac-Man, maybe discuss Miss Pac-Man with no game reveal at the end, sadly. And then hopefully by then I might have a little time, or I might barely have any time to start DKR Month. And then DKR Month that'll go down. Which, by the way, if you have any suggestions for DKR Month, please tell me. That would be, if you have any ideas. I know I did that playthrough last year, and I really enjoyed that. I kind of kept a pretty good schedule on that. But if you guys want me to do like a walkthrough, because I'm fairly experienced in the game, like without glitches or whatever, like I could just explain. I mean, it's kind of a difficult game, so explaining like strategies or whatever, that could be kind of fun. And then top 10 N64 games, and then of 2018, and then New Year. I could do what I did last year. I guess just stream January and February. I don't know. But and also one more thing I want to talk about was I've also been spending a lot of my time recently, ever since the Conker Fun with Friends, helping Freezax actually on a video, a Conker review he made. It's just reviewing Conker alone, and he usually does verses of N64 games, but his idea was Conker can't really be fairly compared to any other N64 game, and I don't really know if any other N64 game can be fairly compared to Conker, because Conker is a very standalone game on the console. So I helped him with the multiplayer portion, so if you want to watch that video, I think it's pretty good. I think my live action portions are a little cringy, but you know, embarrassment plus time equals funny. Am I right? I'm alright. But and then one more thing I wanted to talk about before I end this video is I am about to hit the 100 subscriber mark, and I don't have anything specific planned for the 100 sub point. If you guys have any ideas of what would be a good like 100 sub video, just tell me. Maybe I could just go over how far the channel has been or what I've enjoyed the most or whatever. But one big thing I also wanted to talk about is it's funny because right before this video, like in the past week, I've seen a lot of like channel update videos where you know, other people are, I don't know, they're talking, they've been in a hiatus and they come back and they talk about whatever, just what they're gonna do on their channel or what they're gonna do elsewhere on the internet or whatever. And I've been hearing a lot of people talk or just talk about how YouTube's algorithm and just the funding for YouTube is just bad. It's just not good. It doesn't, you can't live off of it. It's very stressful. It's financially incapable. And so I wanted to throw out two ideas of either Patreon or Patreon or Twitch. Now, I brought this up, I wanted to bring this up around the 100 sub mark, so that's why I'm talking about it now. But I was planning on implementing this around the maybe 500 to 1,000 sub mark because I want to make sure I have a fairly decent following community. But eventually, if I start to like shoot off and grow very quickly, I don't want to. I want to kind of have. I don't want to make money off of my videos, but if I could receive money to make good videos, I would. And so I was thinking that maybe if you guys are very familiar with Patreon or think that's a good idea, I'd be totally okay with making one if people were willing to fund me or whatever, just to make videos. I mean, I've heard that it's such a more consistent and it takes off the financial stress that YouTube usually provides because it's so inconsistent on YouTube, whereas Patreon is a lot more, you know, this much every month, and then whoever is a Patreon could get like, I don't know, videos before they come out, give me insider tips or insider suggestions on what videos you want to see, stuff like that. Or on the other side, Twitch, you know, I could stream more, and then, you know, maybe I turn streams into videos or whatever. But either way, and it could be both, I could do a Patreon and a Twitch. It would just mean more work, and I might not be able to do that now. I might want to choose one or the other now. But so yeah, if you want more like creative videos, I would say maybe suggest a Patreon, and if you want more of me streaming and stuff, maybe more Twitch, because I mean YouTube streaming, I like YouTube streaming. I will say the one thing I don't like about Twitch streaming is that you can't like go back. Like once you it's always live, and it's so frustrating. But I don't know if you can switch that and just everybody has it that way. That's like the one thing I like about YouTube streaming, is that while I'm streaming, you can go back and watch me or whatever. And I think it's dumb that Twitch doesn't do that. But I mean, I guess if you're streaming for like 9 hours, you know, there's no real point in going back. But this isn't something I'm going to implement immediately. I just wanted to, you know, get your thoughts on this. Personally, I think a Patreon would be a little bit better just because I enjoy making videos more. But if I get a very successful Patreon and I get really big or whatever, not super big, but if I get more big, like 1,000, maybe even 10,000 subs, which would be crazy, then maybe I could look more, if I have more open time. Like now I don't have that much time, but like in the next couple of years, if I'm getting big and I have more time to stream, I might stream more. I might stream and make videos. You know, I've seen a lot of people do that, but just because, well, I mean, I guess YouTube streaming kind of has still a donation kind of feature to it, but really it's just whatever works. YouTube's kind of copying Twitch on the stream point where you can still get donations and all that stuff. And I would love to make streams into videos. That'd be fun. But it's really, that's just a thought I was wanting to throw out there since I'm starting to grow a little bit more, and since I might get more growth from being a more, like with this, I'm hoping that this new video kind of outlook, instead of just being game, it's each video could be a different game, which really isn't that foreign of a concept. Hopefully this idea will help me maybe get more publicity or whatever. So either way, thank you guys for watching. This is probably 25 minutes long. I called it. And it's a super long video, but I hope you stayed for the entire thing, because there's a lot of details I just want to ramble on about and just talk about. A lot of things I wanted to, quote-unquote, get off my chest, but it's not really super on my chest either. But I just want to get some things out there and just say some points. And I'll probably have something where it says all the things anyway, so it wouldn't really make much of a difference. But either way, just thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in to your hotspot friend 64 Gaming, Zumpr, and I will see you guys next time. And God bless you guys. Bye.